Yes, your dreams are absolutely worth fighting for. What you dreamed about, of what your future will be, of who your wife will be, of what your life will be like. That is absolutely worth fighting for. What built America was dreams. Men and women dreaming of the life that they could have, of the freedom that they could have. And today, our dreams are no less important. Now, we've been hearing dreams be talked about from Hollywood and from the music industry, and it can feel very, you know what, kind of like shallow and artificial, like everybody says that. But hear my words. Hear my words. The dreams of those who wished to live free. The dreams of those who wished to create and build with their own two hands and make something that was of benefit to the world around them because they came from a world that was oppressing them. They could never be more than what the government decided them to be. They could never rise above their station. They could never rise above their situation. If they were born poor, for the vast majority of the population, they stayed poor. America changes that. And our lives today are not caged in by that reality. You and I can have the life that we dream to have. We really can. I watched my friend. Buddy was past 50 and he now has two young children that he's always dreamed of getting to have. He has a wife who he has dreamed about her for so long. To have a good wife, a wife who loves him, supports him, works with him. She treats him so good. Oh, it's not perfect. Man, when we're realizing our dreams, it never is perfect, but it can be so good. It can be so rich. So don't quit on your dreams. Fight for them. How many how many people have thought that because they've gotten past a certain point in their life, they've gotten past a certain stage in their life, they've thought to themselves, that's it. What use is there? What point is there? I see so many young people today who look at the very, very wealthy around them and they think to themselves, I can never be that. In fact, my poverty and my situation right now is because of them. Because of that, man, that is a lie. That is not true. The people, I gotta say it this way, so many people who have built and created wealth did it while others were wealthy first. And so many came from poverty, came from nothing, and they built their wealth coming from that. And they were able to give to their children an inheritance, a real, deep, wonderful, good inheritance. Your dreams, your children's dreams, your community dream, your family dreams, they are worth fighting for. Do not give up on it. Do not let the world that's happening around us right now discourage you from pursuing those dreams. And I mean the dreams that build countries, that build lives, that build families, that build companies, that build legacy. Oh, hear my words. Hear my words, that build legacy. The world we live in today, I am thinking very much of the Western culture, the Western countries. Those countries, these countries are a legacy of our great grandparents, our ancestors who worked and sweat and built and created and dreamed and fought for those dreams and then gave those dreams to us, or gave the realization of those dreams to us. There was a time, I know, but stay with me on this, stay with me on this. There was a time that people thought it was perfectly fine to own another human being, like you might own cattle or a horse. And people dreamed that that would not be reality anymore. And hot diggity dog, that dream was realized. Oh, they had to fight for it. Dadgum, they had to fight for that dream. They had to fight. But we today get to have the joy of that, of the results of that fight realized in our lives today. I would never want to own another human being, and I praise God for the men and women who made that a reality. What are you dreaming about? Do you dream of a home? Right? Our dreams don't have to be massive, lofty, but hear this, hear this, hear this. Do you dream of a home? Do you dream of a career? Do you dream of a family? Maybe you dream of raising children that make this world a better place. Maybe you dream of building a university that will make this world a better place. That could actually, I think of the young people today that often are going into education that doesn't take them to any kind of dream. It just turns them into people that got no dreams. Maybe you would build something that would that would that would facilitate our young people building to their dreams. Not just young people, not just young people. How about those of us who have lived a few decades? Your dreams are so important and so valuable that they must be fought for. Because I don't think people really dream of being poor, really dream of being oppressed, really dream of being pushed down. And somebody will come along and tell them that they can't have, that they can't, that nothing that they do is going to matter, that nothing that they do is going to build up. And that is not true. The house that I live in right now, somebody dreamed of that. Because this is a 100-year-old building. And so somebody dreamed of that and made that into a reality. And now it gets passed on from generation to generation. We need you, boss. We need you. And we need your dreams. We need what your dreams will create, what your dreams will bring. Because that's what, as I repeat myself, that is what built our land, what built our countries, what built our lives, our culture. I'm so glad that I got to be where I am. And though struggle's here, struggle is around the world. Struggle is around the world. But because of the world that we live in, because of the countries that I live in, I get to become a better man and rise above the class that I was born in. Because I was born in welfare. I was born in a welfare home, living on a welfare paycheck. But it wasn't my money. And I've been able to rise my income above that because of this culture, because of this land. You can too. You can rise above where you came from. And I'm talking about class, right? Like if you were born in a home of absolute poverty, do not be ashamed of that. That's nothing to carry guilt and shame about. But you can have pride and dignity and feel the self-worth as you rise above that poverty that you were born into. Are you affording your children a future that you could not have? You can hold your head high for that. I'm watching my brothers and the children that they are raising. And those children are being given like a really a strong foundation that they're able to launch from. But those children are being taught very thoroughly. Like they don't just they care about their kids and the dream and the future that they will have, and 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 they're giving those kids a future that they can dream into. That this world isn't lost in the sense that it gets presented in the news, that it gets presented on the internet. Yes, we need Jesus Christ. Yes, Jesus Christ had to die on the cross. Oh, absolutely. I'm not, but when I say that it's not lost, is that like I can go down to the store right now and buy myself an ice cream cone. Do you know how ridiculous that is? In the history of this world, how free we are, and how much opportunity that we have. And we got to fight for it, and we got to protect it. And that's another reason why I say with passion how much we need dreams. Dreams of a home, dreams of a business, dreams of 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 discovering the world around us, discovering how of how we can bring more prosperity and more. I was about to repeat myself. You know what? Hear this. We need dreams that will bring more prosperity, more wealth, more opportunity, more freedom, more strength in our people. Canadians, Americans, when I say my people, our people, I'm talking about the nation of Canada, the nation of America. Don't get it twisted. Fight for your dreams, boss. Don't let them go. Don't let them die on the ground. Whether you're coming from poverty, whether you've gotten older. I mean, I've used the example before, I'll use it again. Kentucky Fried Chicken. The man that gave us that franchise, that company, was able to realize it in his 60s. Everything he had done before that failed. Absolutely failed. And he was able to die, if I understand correctly, he was able to die well. Because he created that, and it gave him a legacy. It gave him the latter parts of his life wonderful. I think of one of my best friends who has finally got to realize the building of a family in his 50s. And it's like, how many of us would think, no, that's over, it's done, we can't do it? Yes, we can. Yes, you can. It's not too late. It's just not too late, man. You breathing, you got a heartbeat, then you can create, you can make, you can build, and you can pursue and chase those dreams. And not just chase them. Yo, check it out, boss. Build them, make them, and plant them in the ground. In some ways, as I think about that word chase, it's like I'm chasing my dreams because maybe I might catch them. What if we did our lives in such a way that absolutely we will catch our dreams, and not only catch our dreams, forget, we're going to plant our dreams in the ground and let them grow. And that, metaphorically, not everybody's going to be a farmer, though I praise God for the ranchers and the farmers and the people that bring the meat to my plate. Because without them, that's all our work. Prosperity has exploded because of the cultivation of food, and that was dreams. They dreamed of being able to be independent financially, independent in their land, and in that independence, they served the world around them, the community around them. Oh man, I love my Western movies. You ever had a chance to sit and listen to some Louis L'Amour. I read books by listening to them. Louis L'Amour books and the stories of the men and women that pioneered this land and gave us the life that is so rich and so precious and worth fighting for. You've got this. Don't quit. Don't give up. If anything, if anything, get educated on how to get to where you want to go. How do you find a good woman, a good man? How do you raise the children the way you want them to go? How do you start a business, build a business? How do you plant the ground, plant the land? How do we become ranchers? How do we do these things? Let us become greater in our knowledge and greater in our skill. And don't hide, because yo, boss, we need you, and are your life is worth it. And your life is worth it to invest in it so that you may have the life that you dream of for yourself and for everybody around you.